Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. Thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm Alexis. What's your name?
Oh, just let me second just for
Okay,
headphone.
no worries.
Oh, now it's better. So I can hear you pretty
Can you
well.
hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
So, where are you from?
So I'm from Brazil. I live in São Paulo. São Paulo
Mhm.
is one of the most famous cities right here in Brazil. It's Rio, and São Paulo it's pretty next from Rio de Janeiro.
Mhm.
And I live in São
Yeah, I've
Paulo.
heard of it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and oh, it's my. Uh, how can I say when the cell phone is ringing? Like
You can say someone is calling me, or I have a notification, um,
but
like
it's
like a
like
phone call.
it's like for example when you have um remember to take a pill or something like that.
Like an alarm.
Alarm, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
So you
alarm
can say an alarm or a reminder.
reminder. Nice,
Yes. Yeah.
thanks. Yeah,
That's
so your name is Alex, is that right?
Alexis. Yes, Alexis.
Alexis.
Yes.
Alexis, yeah. Oh,
Yes.
it's a beautiful name.
Thank you. It's interesting. So I'm from
Mm.
the US, and my name in the US is typically for females. But as I have been to Europe, it's more typical for a male to have the name
No
Alexis.
way, really?
So when I was in Europe,
Alexis.
they were like, "Where are you from?" They're like, "Why is your name Alexis?" So it's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. For example, in Brazil, there is a name, and we write like that: A-L-E and X.
Hmm.
In USA, it could be Alex
Hmm.
or something like that. Right here, we pronounced Alex, and it's a male name.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, Alex.
So in Brazil, do you have middle names? Because I'm more familiar with Spanish culture, and they typically have two last names and not like a first, middle, and last. Um, so I'm not sure
Mhm.
if it's similar or
Yeah,
different.
it's like oh, I don't know how I should say in English, but it's a two first names, like for example,
Like Jose Luis or um yeah, I understand what you mean.
yeah, like
So do you have
for
two first
example,
names?
no, 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 just one. But for example, my brother, he's Peter in Brazil, Pedro, not it's like Peter and Henrique. So it's Peter Henrique, Pedro Henrique. It's and uh, it could be for like for example different people.
Hmm.
Henrique is a common name, and Peter is a common name too.
Hmm. Interesting. So how would you pronounce your name? Because
Yeah, it's like an American one. It's a
James.
James. Yeah, James Dean.
Okay, your name is James Dean.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
it.
yeah, exactly. It's
So
a thing of my
um,
mother thing.
really good job, mom. Good job.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because in Spanish it would be Jaime.
Hi, man.
Jaime.
Ah, yeah, 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 yeah.
So I wasn't sure. I would like to learn a little bit of Portuguese, but that will be probably in a few years. But I don't know. It's I know some things are similar, but other
Yeah,
things
yeah.
are
In Portuguese, we have this name Jaime, with J.
okay.
Yeah,
Me.
but there is J A. Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
Jaime.
Okay.
Exactly. But my name is Jam.
Mhm.
James. Yeah.
Yes. Nice job. Nice job.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's hard, when you have to,
To
I don't
spell.
know, what's the word? Spell.
To spell. Yes.
Yeah,
I felt the same way
yeah,
in Spanish. I was like, because I would get some letters confused because I would be thinking in Spanglish. So when I would say a
exactly.
letter, I would say it in English, but then I would switch back to Spanish, and I'd be like,
And
"Wait,
you
no,
have to translate your
that's
brain. It's
myself."
crazy, man. I was like, yeah. But you still learning Spanish, or are you already fluent?
Um, I I wouldn't say I'm fluent. I would say I can survive in a Spanish speaking
Okay.
country. Yeah. So I think it depends on where you go too. Um,
Have you been there?
been where?
Spain?
Yes. Yeah. I just moved back from there. So I was there for almost a year. And I loved it. So I visited Portugal, and I know Portuguese from Portugal, and I think it's
Mm,
called Brasileño. Is like it's similar but different. So
yeah,
um, yeah, it's like coming back here to the States, we have a lot more Latinos, and the way that they speak and like the slang is very, very different. So my friends would be like,
interesting.
"Wow, now you know proper Spanish." I'm like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
"Yeah,
yeah. You know the vibes.
now teach
But
me."
why? Uh, but why? It's just for fun, or because of your job, or because you are into learning different languages?
Um, a big part of it is I love Spanish language and culture. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's really beautiful, and um, being in the US, it's become a lot more prominent in our country over, the last 50, 30 years, something like that. So, having a second language is awesome, and it doesn't hurt you in any way. And
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a great way to get to know people and travel and make those connections. Um,
Exactly.
and I have, on my dad's side, we like, yeah, on my dad's side, where we come from Mexico, but
Oh,
uh,
Mexico, nice.
hmm but my grandma, her first language was Spanish,
Mm,
but her parents told her to forget all the Spanish when they moved to assimilate to U.S. culture because, yeah,
got
just
it.
how things have changed a lot, obviously, since my grandma was small. So it's a little bit of my learning about my culture and trying to, I guess, stay competitive in like jobs, but also I really enjoy it. It's one of the hard
Mm,
things I've ever had to do. Um, I think learning a language is very difficult when you're not immersed in it, and so that's why I moved
yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah. I know
So
it for. I
yeah.
know it
Uh,
based on my own experience talking about English.
mhm.
You know,
So you understand
but
where I am coming from.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Hmm.
However, English, it's maybe Spanish too, but for example, right here in Brazil, um, we have so many things about American culture, you know,
I would say integrated or influence.
integrated,
Yeah.
integrated of our culture.
like
It's like that.
integrated into our culture. Mhm.
Exactly. You know, for example, kids uh, listen to American movies since they're kids. American songs and this kind of stuff. For
Mhm.
example, all of us know what is in, uh, for example, things like companies like McDonald's
Mhm.
or stuff like that,
Yeah.
and it's more easy because of it.
Mhm.
But when you need to practice or having a conversation, a real conversation with someone else, it's more difficult. So
That
you need to, yeah,
continue to practice all the time. Yeah.
exactly,
There's
yeah,
a phrase that I love because it applies to so many different things, and it's if you don't lose it, or if you don't use it, you lose it. So
exactly, definitely,
if you don't practice, you'll start forgetting. So
yeah,
I,
it's absolutely right.
yeah,
Yeah,
I feel the same way, but for Spanish.
nice, nice. But let me ask you something. I'm curious about that. You are from, it's Vegas.
I'm from Las Vegas, yes.
Oh man, I'm asking you about that because, for example, when we watch movies about Vegas, it's
Hmm.
always about how can I say it, that
Partying.
places
So
when
there's
you
the
the
strip,
games,
what it's called. So the games are when you play games,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
is called gambling.
gambling.
Yes.
Yeah, but Las Vegas, it's not just about it. You have normal places like
Yes.
houses in
Yes.
normal neighborhoods.
So I wish I had like a map. I'd be like, so, um,
Definitely.
but I don't know. I don't know. This is a square. So you could say this is Las Vegas, and this part
Okay.
is just the strip, which is the area with a lot of the casinos, restaurants,
Casinos.
uh, clubs, all that. And then there's like another little area over here, you could say called downtown. And that's more like bars, food, like like good food, but not like super fancy food. Um,
Okay.
yeah, and then everybody else just kind of lives around the city. So for me, it takes like 20 minutes to get downtown or to the strip.
And it's too expensive city to live there.
It's just not what locals do. We don't live close, I think, unless we work nearby or we are a part of the entertainment industry.
Hmm.
So if you're like a musician or, um,
By the way, I'm a musician.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
what do
yeah.
you play?
Electric guitar.
Ooh, very cool.
Yeah.
I just listen to music.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice. Do you like music?
I do. I do. I love a lot of music. There's
Oh,
actually,
nice.
I know we only have like 40 seconds left. So
Oh no.
I know.
So I really
Uh,
had a wonderful time right
I know
now.
I don't know. I don't know if you can message me or something, but because I would like to continue this conversation.
But you
Yeah,
keep, I mean, um,
I have a record. So,
you are always right here on Cambly teaching classes.
yeah, yeah. I just kind of
Oh,
started, so I can
I'm
we
gonna
can.
try to schedule another class with you, maybe.
Okay, that would be fun. I would enjoy
Nice.
that. Okay, well, have a good night and
Thank you. Bye bye, teacher.
bye.